Every year the Department issues over 600,000 letters to parents to verify if their children are in this country or not. One of the conditions of Child Benefit Scheme is that a child up to the age of 16 must receive an appropriate education. However, there is no link up between the Department of Social Protection and the education welfare officers who are in charge of school attendance. And can I ask you, Minister, can we break down the silo thinking? Can we have a bit of joined-up thinking across the two departments so that if children are missing from school, that it's linked up with child benefit?
Thank you very much. Tánaiste, just to reply.
Well, child benefit is the main policy for assisting families in Ireland with the cost of raising children. It's a universal payment. It's paid in respect of all qualified children up to the age of 16 years or up to the age of 18 if the child is in full-time education, or it's paid in respect of a child who has a disability. It's paid to over 615,000 families in respect of about 1.2 million children, and it's at a cost of 1.9 billion. It's one of the biggest payments in our social welfare system. School attendance up to the age of 16 years is a statutory requirement under the Education Welfare Act of 2000. So consequently, all recipients of child benefit are legally required to attend school up to this age. There's a national monitoring system for statutory school attendance via the National Education Welfare Board, which is now part of TUSLA, the Child and Family Agency. Policy responsibility for school attendance rests with the Department of Children and Youth Affairs. For children over 16 years and less than 18 years, the continued payment of child benefit is dependent on the children attending school for these 2 years. Parents with children who are aged 16 and 17 years have to return a form confirming school attendance, which is signed by the principal of the school, and they send that to the Department of Social Protection for those 2 years. If you have specific concerns about school absenteeism, the competent authorities to address these are the National Education Welfare Board and the Child and Family Agency. And, you know, I'm satisfied that the existing steps require children in receipt of child benefit to attend school up to 16 years, and then when they're 16 and 17, then, as I say, they have to get confirmation that they are in attendance at school, signed by the school principal.
Thank you very much. Deputy, 1 minute, please. Supplementary.
Minister, 1 in 10 primary school children and 1 in 6 secondary school children miss more than 20 days in school. We're talking about 1/8 of the secondary school year. Almost 1,500 children left primary school last year and never turned up in secondary school. Now, we're storing up a very serious social problem for the future, and your department is the one that's going to have to foot the bill for those people when they come out of the education system. And I'm asking a simple question that I've asked on numerous occasions here, Minister. I'm asking you, as Tánaiste, to join up the dots, to state of this is not my problem, it's the problem of the Department of Children and Youth Affairs. I'm asking you to link up your IT system with the National Education Welfare Board's IT system. It's a condition of child benefit that children have to receive appropriate education up to the age of 16. You yourself, your own department, is issuing over 600,000 letters to verify that. All I'm asking is that the two systems be linked up, and that where children are not attending school, that parents would be issued with a notification saying that if your child does not continue to attend school, then your child benefit is under threat.
Thank you very much. Tánaiste.
Well, I strongly suggest, because you're rightly concerned about the welfare of children attending school, but school attendance, and this is the point I'm making, is actually not the province of the Department of Social Protection. And I'm just politely suggest that this is probably more appropriately taken up with the Minister for Education. Now, the Minister for Education and the Department of Education have a whole series of policies designed, as you point out, to monitor, report and assess attendance at schools, and in fact also have a whole series of programmes to improve and extend school completion rates at the various levels of school. And I think you would know yourself that in fact we have progressed enormously as a country in that respect. But, you know, I have sympathy with your, and I share your concern that every child should attend school.
Thank you.
But I'm not quite clear as to why you would suggest it would become the responsibility of the Department of Social Protection rather than the responsibility of the Department for Education and Science, but also the welfare element is dealt with in the Department of Children, because in many cases if children don't attend, there may be welfare issues, but that isn't particularly, there may be family issues, but that is not our responsibility.
Thank you. Deputy Naughton.
Here we have a situation again that we've heard from this government on numerous occasions. It's not the responsibility of my department, it's the responsibility of someone else's department. I have here before me the Taoiseach, who is the deputy leader of this government, washing her hands of this issue. All I'm asking, Taoiseach, is that you would link up the two IT systems, and that where a child has not attended school for 20 days, where there is no justification for that child not attending school, that you would enforce the law under the Child Benefit Scheme, that the child must receive an appropriate education, and issue a notification to that parent. If that child does not attend school, then they are jeopardising their child benefit. And it would make far more sense to send a letter out in that situation than sending out 650,000 letters a year, enough to wallpaper the Pitch and Crow Park 2.5 times. Because the reason that I'm bringing this to your attention is, Minister, I have teachers the length and breadth of this country telling me that there are parents who lack the motivation in ensuring that their child attends school. Now, if their child benefit is under threat, I believe, and there have been examples given that I've given to you in the past, where that motivation has ensured that that child attends school, and even if it gives one child a chance, is it not worth doing it?
Thank you very much. Final reply. Taoiseach.
Well, I think in terms of children, or indeed their parents, who have problems or issues with attending school, I think we share a common ground that those children should be encouraged, and their parents should be encouraged as much as possible for the child to attend school, and to attend school fully. But in effect you're suggesting that perhaps a family which may already be on a low income, not be employment, and so on, should actually have their child benefit removed in order. So just bear with me. We earlier had a discussion about the necessity of children going to school, and this only applies to a small number of children who, for some reason, may not have had a proper breakfast before they leave their home. Now, we have several agencies and the Department of Education dealing with those issues, and I would put it to you that your concern for the children is correct, but I'm not sure that your solution, which is to just boldly eliminate part of the family's income in relation to the child, is the appropriate solution. I think the appropriate solution is for the teachers to actually work with those families, and particularly to work with the parents, and if it's appropriate, to get the Education and Welfare Service and TUSLA involved, because it is important that every child goes to school. But I wouldn't suggest that the arbitrary cutting off of child benefit is necessarily the solution to the problem you identified.